Last Sunday we did a quick whistle-stop tour of the book of Joshua, but one person we didn't get time to talk much about was Caleb. He was of course one of the 12 spies sent into the land of Canaan 40 years earlier to scout out the land, and one of the only ones who came back unafraid of the might of the Canaanites and their superior strength, because he trusted that the Lord was with his people and would fulfill the promises he'd made to them, however big the obstacles appeared. Now, that was Caleb in his prime. 40 years later, he's 85 years old and only just entering the promised land. He's now an old man, and he's been waiting a long time. We might expect his faith and zeal to have dwindled a little over the years, but nothing could be further from the truth. In fact, Caleb is surely one of the finest examples in the book of Joshua of what vibrant and persevering faith in God looks like. He demonstrates for us that though our bodies might age day by day and our physical strength might weaken over the years, our faith and bold confidence in the Lord need not weaken one bit, if only we keep on doing as Caleb was doing. But what was Caleb doing? How did he maintain his faith down the years? The answer, clearly on display in Joshua 14, is that Caleb had an anchor for his faith, something strong and unmoving that his faith held onto. And he keeps on pointing to this anchor. Repeatedly he tells us, the Lord promised. The Lord spoke this word. This thing will happen just as the Lord said. Caleb's faith is anchored upon the word of God, anchored upon the promises the Lord has made. Whatever his circumstances, whatever his age, his faith remained anchored in God and in what God had said. And therefore Caleb's faith remained unshakably sure and certain. But what about your faith? Does our faith remain so unshakably sure? Here's one reason why it might not be so stable. One reason why we don't always feel like we've got the unflappable, enduring faith of Caleb. That reason is that sometimes we anchor our faith in other things. Sometimes we base our faith on our feelings, so that when our feelings plummet, so too does our faith. Sometimes we anchor our faith in our circumstances, in how easy and well life is going, so that when trials and difficulties appear, our faith quickly runs away in fear. Sometimes we even place our faith in our faith, believing wrongly that if we can only muster up enough faith, we'll be able to weather any storm. But Caleb's faith wasn't anchored in any of those things, and we would be wise to follow the example of this senior saint, who right from his youth to his old age demonstrated a faith that was unflappable and unstoppable, because he placed it squarely and solely in the word of the Lord. The mighty promises of a mighty God were the source of Caleb's unshakable courage and confidence down the years. And God calls us to anchor our faith to that very same source. For as someone once famously wrote, it is not great faith in God that is required so much as faith in a great God.